You are now watching Fourth and Inches.
I don't talk to him. I don't talk to him. I don't talk to him. I don't talk to them boys that sat on them benches. For I was in the game on 4 inches. Coach put me in the game on 4 inches. Put me in the game on 4 inches. Coach put me in the game on 4 inches. And I'ma lead them boys at the line of scrimmage.
So man, speaking on the 2023 season though, and stars by people name, what Alabama gonna do? Me, y'all got what, two, three, 5-star quarterbacks. Then y'all had a quarterback transfer in. I think he was a 4-star coming out of high school. New offensive coordinator.
We got five total QBs on the rosters. Two of them are true freshmen. I believe both of them are 4-star quarterbacks. One just a little higher than the other one. Uh,
Okay.
the guy transferred from Notre Dame, Buckner. He is a 4-star quarterback. Um, Jalen Miro was a 5-star quarterback, and Ty Simpson was a high 4-star quarterback.
Okay, so y'all got a room full of talent and one quarterback with real experience. Hey man, been looking real trash though, according to reports.
From what I've been seeing, Jalen Miro is uh he kind of leading the pack right now, which he should, being that he got the most experience.
So this is my thing, right? If
But
Alabama is really gonna go back to this ground and pound game that everybody keep thinking they gonna go to, you got your
I don't
offensive
think it's
lineman out
gonna
here
be.
talking crazy.
I
Huh?
don't think it's gonna be straight ground and pound. I think it's gonna be more of a play action type. What the offense that we going to is, I mean, it's some of the same stuff we've been doing, but less pass heavy. You know what I'm saying? It's more like how Georgia offense was last year. You know what I'm saying? They weren't like a super pass heavy team. They was kind of balanced, but they like to run the ball. That's what they try to do: establish the run, set up the play action to Brock Bowers. That's basically what they like to do. So we pretty much gonna be running the same style. You know what I'm saying? We need a running quarterback who, if he have to, he could sling the ball a little bit, but
Mm.
we're not gonna rely solely on him spreading the ball around like we was with Bryce Young, Tua Tagovailoa, Mac Jones type. It ain't gonna be that spreading that ball around, just airing it out type offense. And with
So do you
that being
think this gonna work?
said, it's gonna work better for Jalen Miro because he the man when it comes to them legs.
I
He
mean,
actually
let's be real.
one of the fastest on the team. So with that play action, all he got in them zone reads and stuff, you know what I'm saying? He'll fit perfectly in that scheme.
Hey man, he our best running back, and I don't just say that like it's no disrespect saying he can't play quarterback. But I don't see that man tuck the ball and run. That is dangerous. That is
Exactly.
dangerous.
That's what I'm saying. So when we go into that run heavy and we coming to that play action out of that, when you get him that play action, it might be a play action, but he could also take off with it, keep it himself. You know what I'm saying? So it worked better. He fit that offensive scheme better. Now, Ty Simpson, he can throw the ball and he can also run it a little bit, but he ain't nothing like Jalen Miro when it comes to running the ball.
Of
Same
course
thing
not.
with Tommy Buckner. He ain't nothing like, and he was running the ball, running the same style offense in Notre Dame with Tommy Reese.
I'm gonna be real. I mean, all that sound good, but I don't think highly of Tommy Reese as offensive coordinator. I don't think highly of Buckner as a quarterback because I watched what they did at Notre Dame, and it was lackluster.
You got to look
Now,
at the talent. You got to look at the talent he had at Notre Dame. He ain't got all them 4 and 5 stars that he working with now. So when you got all this talent, it's gonna look better. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like a high school and a middle school. You got the middle school trying to run the same exact plays the high school run. It's gonna look a lot smoother when the high school run it.
That's so disrespectful on so many levels.
How?
'Cause Notre Dame, it ain't like Notre Dame don't have talent. Notre Dame is a good team. They recruit good too. Like they ain't Alabama, but
Exactly. That's my point. He
he
got
still
he
top,
got he
bruh.
got and he just had his interview where they talked to the quarterback, they talked to Nick Saban, they talked to Kevin Steele, they talked to Tommy Reese. He said it himself. He was like, in so many words, what I got from what he said was basically, I want to run the ball. That's what we want to get to, running the ball, but we can't forget about our receivers. He was like, basically, he got more talent than he know what to do with. Basically, that's what I got from it. He not used to the talent that he got because he
I
didn't have
mean,
that at Notre Dame. He might have had he had a good tight end up there. He had a decent running back. He had a decent quarterback and some mediocre receivers. But now he could pretty much throw the ball to wherever. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can make a play on any given play. Any of these receivers can take it the distance.
if I'm not
You know
mistaken, he was there with Amun Ra St. Brown, and Amun Ra St. Brown is better than every receiver on Alabama roster. It ain't even close. It ain't even worth debating over. So I feel
I
like
ain't
that's
never
cap.
heard. I ain't never heard of him, so I can't. I can't.
If I'm not mistaken, he plays for the Lions right now. I can't remember which NFL team he played for, but I think it's Detroit. But it's just a guess. I have to actually go look it up. Because I don't really follow the NFL
So
that
so
closely.
what was his stats? What were his stats like at Notre Dame?
He was an All American. That's all I know. You know, Notre Dame is a run first team with especially with Tommy Reese as the offensive coordinator. That's why when he get to talking like that, it don't make sense to me. I don't
Yeah, I'm just
understand that.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like we want to run the ball. That's what we're going for. Uh, I'm not trying to come here and change up nothing. You say we got a few plays and stuff that pretty much the same thing we've been doing in Notre Dame with a couple of different tweaks to it, but nothing too different from what they've been running. He said his biggest thing was getting used to the name, like the play calling. He was like, "Cause it's the same plays, just a different name. You might
Okay,
call it
so
a song. We might call it a, you know what I'm saying, anything."
I'm gonna say the same thing about Tommy Reese that I said about Mike Bobo, right? When they get to talking about okay, we're gonna keep the offense the exact same, and with Bobo it's gonna be a lot easier because he done been at Georgia for I think like the last 2 years, at least the last year. So he had a chance to really learn the offense and the terminology already. But he's not Todd Monken, and that ain't no disrespect, you know what I mean? But like they're literally like two different people. So I don't
Yeah,
expect the offense to be the exact same as if Todd Monken was calling the plays because Todd Monken ain't calling plays. I don't expect Tommy Reese to come in and be Bill O'Brien. Just like I ain't expect Bill O'Brien to be Steve Sarkisian. I ain't expect Steve Sarkisian to be Lane Kiffin. Two different people. And Steve Sarkisian and Lane Kiffin got the same playbook. They pretty much developed it together.
actually, Steve Sarkisian and Lane Kiffin pretty close as far as offensive coordinators.
They are.
They pretty close. Now, Bill O'Brien, you, ain't no way you can expect him to be. Ain't no way you can expect him to be Steve Sarkisian because if you look at the last year we had Sarkisian, and then you go back and you look at the first year we had Bill O'Brien, offense looked it totally different.
Hmm.
So they way different.
If we being real, it looked different from Lane Kiffin and Steve Sarkisian. And like we just said, they got the exact same playbook for real. They calling the
I'm,
same plays, the same offense.
it looked different, but to me the difference in Sarkisian and Lane Kiffin was Sarkisian was more so throwing the ball down the field. Lane Kiffin was more so of finesse. You know what I'm saying? Like he trying to finesse. He had them little jet sweeps type stuff like that. You didn't see too much of that with Sarkisian.
I'm gonna tell you what the real difference is to me, just from the outside looking in.
Or that.
I feel like Nick Saban understood that his defense wasn't as good, so he allowed Steve Sarkisian, or he kind of, hey, we're gonna need you to score more points. Whereas with Lane Kiffin, you can see him basically trying to rein Lane Kiffin in, like, we don't need you to score right now. We need you to just run the clock.
I mean, yeah, yeah. But that offense we had with Sarkeesian, that 2020 year, that COVID year, we won it all, man. That offense couldn't be stopped. I don't care what defense you put out there in front of us. Your best bet was to go to the NFL and pick one of them defenses because college couldn't stop us.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you know it.
I guess. They had a good run. They played good.
Yeah. Can I get a roll tie?
Can you get a who? I ain't mind. Back to back. Back to back like it's 96 and 97.
We done did that. What's new?
When last
Now
time y'all did it?
y'all could be the first to get a three-peat. That would
The
be a
second.
first.
The second with a three-peat. Well, first of
Y'all
all,
be the first college football era in the playoff era. Y'all be the first.
they already the first to go back to back in the playoff era. It's never happened before. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I can give you that.
If Georgia win three in a row, they'll be the first team to do it since Minnesota did it in 34, 35, and 36.
Yeah, that way for my time.
Yeah, we wasn't even allowed to play college football at that time. We had to go over here and play in the HBCU by ourselves over here to the side. But honestly though, I feel like Georgia got a good chance to three-peat. Um,
Yeah, cause y'all ain't gotta play nobody until the playoffs and stuff come around.
I mean that's funny that y'all say that, but then y'all will say, "Oh, we gotta play Tennessee. Like that's a real tough game. Like Georgia don't have to play Tennessee. Y'all will brag about playing Ole Miss. Georgia play
No,
Ole Miss. Y'all will brag about
Tennessee
playing Florida. Georgia play Florida. I'm just saying, bro. Like
is the toughest game on y'all schedule.
that's the toughest game on y'all schedule.
Tennessee?
Of course. No,
Nah.
maybe LSU. Maybe. And the only reason I say maybe is Tennessee lost their quarterback and their best two receivers. So even though their receivers is supposed to be good, that's hard to replace that all at one time.
Plus some
LSU pretty much got everybody back. I feel like y'all gonna spank LSU though. I'm saying, as long as y'all quarterback ain't trash, I feel like y'all will spank LSU.
I mean, I don't know. The game gotta be played.
Most definitely gotta be played. It's just, this is just my prediction as of August the 16th. You know what I'm saying? Things can definitely change from then till now. I mean, from now to then. It's just like with Georgia, if Carson Beck get in there and he don't look like I think he should look, boy, it might be rough. Might be rough.
Not really. Cause like I say, y'all was more of a run heavy team, set up the play action,
You
hit
do
Brock Bot.
understand that Stetson Bennett threw for 4,000 yards last year, right?
Nah, but I'm just saying. I didn't look at the stats, but y'all more of a goddamn on line up, run the ball, establish the run. Y'all want to establish the run so y'all can set up that play action.
They threw the ball 60% of the time last year.
You reckon?
No, no, that's what the numbers say. It's like 58, but still. Just saying.
58 and out of that 58%, 35 of that went to Brock.
It ain't nowhere near that high. It may be 20, maybe. It's
That
really not
man,
even that high.
that man, y'all leading receiver.
He was the leading receiver. The thing is, though,
Tight end, y'all leading receiver.
why not? He the best receiver on the team. AD Mitchell was hurt pretty much the whole season. That's who was supposed to be the leading receiver. But it's the thing. It ain't that he just caught so many passes. More so, they just threw the ball to so many different receivers. There's one game where 10 different receivers caught a pass from Stetson Bennett. Like, who else is just doing that for real?
I mean, when y'all playing Tappan County High School, I can expect that.
I think that was Oregon. You know, Oregon was like a top five team most of the season
Y'all had
until Bo
Darnell.
Nix got hurt.
I had Darnell Washington too. Y'all used to feed him too.
You know what I'm saying? So Darnell Washington had a couple passes. Brock Bowers, A.D. Mitchell, Marcus Roseman Jack Saint, Lad McConkey, Dylan Bell, Kiers Jackson, Kenny McIntosh, Dejon Edwards. Like, just saying. Like Kenny McIntosh, I think was the third leading receiver on the team last year. He was the running back.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was gonna touch the ball. Dejon Edwards led the team in rushing with like 700 yards, 700 some yard rushing. He was technically the third running back on the team.
I didn't watch a lot of y'all games last year, so I don't know who.
Boy, stop the cap.
I don't know why you think I'll be watching y'all games because I don't.
Cause you appreciate greatness.
That's why I watch Alabama.
I thought you said you appreciate greatness, not struggles.
That's why I watch Alabama. That's greatness.
Man, Alabama had 4 struggle wins and 2 losses.
How many losses?
2.
All right, then.
Hold
Don't
on, was
talk
it
about
4 struggle wins? Nah, 3 struggle wins.
y'all
Texas,
struggled. Y'all
Texas A&M,
struggled.
Ole Miss struggles.
Y'all struggled against Kent State and
No,
Missouri.
we didn't struggle against Kent State. That game was a 2 touchdown game the whole time.
2 touchdowns against Kent State.
It was still a 2 touchdown game. That wasn't even close. Missouri was a legit struggle game. Missouri was a struggle.
Yeah,
It
I know.
was. They played like dog water them first 3 quarters.
Nah, Missouri just made it look like y'all was playing like dog water.
Oh no, they was playing like dog water. The defense was playing decent. The defense just gave up a couple big plays, people being out of position and stuff. And I ain't saying that that's excusable, but that's different than they just putting forth more effort. And that would have looked like when the offense was on the field for the first 3 quarters. It looked like they just had no effort. And then you got in the fourth quarter and decided we ain't even throwing the ball no more. We just finna line up, hit these people in the mouth, and that's what they did and win the game.
And that's pretty much what Alabama finna do this season.
But my thing was, you could have did that from the beginning. Why didn't you? Like, why you came out here trying to do all this finesse stuff, getting smacked around? What we doing? Ain't no way. Anyway, man, we done ran our mouth long enough, man. This episode done went a whole hour now. You know what I'm saying? Basically just
Uh,
recapping.
I was gonna say you gonna have to do some cutting, and editing out of this one. I know ain't nobody finna sit here a whole hour listening to us talk.
Yeah, Viv, I might break it up into segments and put them out one at a time, man.
Well, yeah, that'll work.
For sure.
I guess we make our predictions. We'll have to do the first games of the season start on the 26th. So, which is nothing but scrub teams except for the Notre Dame game. They do play Notre
Navy
Dame Navy
in
first game.
Ireland.
Yep. So
Yeah, man.
we
So we'll address them next week, though. You know what I'm saying? We start ramping up for the season. Start giving our predictions, who we think gonna win the conferences, go to the playoffs, all that good stuff. Anything you want to leave the people with, though?
nah, man, just ready for this football season to crank up. I'm really more excited about 2024 season than I am 23,
I
just
bet you
because
are.
Texas will be interesting. I kind
Oh
of
yeah.
feel sorry for Texas and Oklahoma because both of them got to play everybody in the SEC. Not literally every team, but if Texas playing Alabama, Oklahoma got to play Georgia tight. You know what I'm saying? Like,
If I'm not mistaken, Georgia plays Texas, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, LSU, Florida, and Tennessee, or something like that. They play like 4 of them teams, 3 or 4 of them teams, 2024, and they on the road at Texas, on the road at Alabama, Tennessee at
mm-hmm.
home.
Yeah. So
So
that's
for
gonna be in the
everybody, talking crazy about Georgia's schedule this year, when they do it again next year, against all them, and they smack them people around in their home field, I don't want to hear nothing.
So basically, you saying they gonna four peat, then they gonna quad peat. They gonna win it all this year. Then next year they gonna come smacking everybody around again and win it all next year too.
No,
Can
I'm not
they
saying that. I'm not
stand
saying
up
that.
and beat Alabama and beat Texas and beat Tennessee at home and beat
Nah,
Auburn? Don't win it all.
they can. Nah, I mean, it's possible. What I'm saying is this. I ain't saying I'm predicting that. I'm just saying if that happened, I don't want to hear nothing. Nobody got to say about Georgia. Like Georgia got a soft schedule. I don't want to hear that.
We can't say that next year, but this year, come on now. Everybody in college, Kirby Smart know y'all got one of the easiest schedules in college football this year.
Why?
You don't.
Because Georgia can't play Georgia?
You the only one in denial.
I'm not in now. I'm being real. So if you Kentucky, not in Kentucky, let's say South Carolina. Okay. What makes South Carolina's schedule so tough? Because they play Georgia.
South Carolina got to play Florida. They got to play Clemson. They got to play Georgia. They got to play Kentucky. Shit, harder than Ball State. That all them teams harder than
So
Ball State.
so wait a minute now. You said they gotta play Florida, Clemson, Georgia, and Kentucky.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just naming. I'm just naming. I don't know who they play from the West. They got to play somebody from the West too, whether it be Texas A&M,
I think it is
Miss
A&M.
Arkansas. They should be varying like
I,
every other switch up.
it's either A&M or Arkansas. I can't remember, but they got one of
Yeah,
them in the crossover. But here's the thing though. So basically, what you're saying is because they play Georgia, it made their schedule so much harder.
did I say Georgia? Did I say name a whole bunch of teams? You keep trying
No,
to put
no.
them.
Listen what I'm saying. You said Florida and Kentucky. Georgia play both Florida and Kentucky. Georgia can't play themselves, and you said
Okay,
Clemson. Georgia
and
also plays Georgia Tech every year. That's another ACC school every year.
compare compare Georgia to South Carolina. Look at Georgia roster. Look at South Carolina.
That's my point. That you're making my point for me. Because Georgia can't play Georgia, it makes South Carolina's schedule look so much harder. But it's really
No,
not.
uh, South Carolina being trash is what make they. I ain't gonna say they trash. I'm just say they
Thank
mediocre.
you. Thank you for
They,
proving my point.
they mediocre. But
That
y'all stand about it. Who y'all play?
we play everybody in the East. So that's Kentucky, Florida,
East.
South Carolina,
Oh,
Vanderbilt,
ain't no-
Tennessee.
Georgia
Hold
don't
on.
won the East
Hold on. Let
last.
me get there. Hold on. That's them five plus Missouri. That's the whole East. Then out the West, we got Ole Miss, Auburn. We got Auburn every year. You know, the same team that y'all brag about, it's such a tough game. We got them every year too. Then in outer conference, we play Georgia Tech every year. That's another Power Five school. So every year, Georgia got 9 Power 5 games.
Been no
Alabama
power.
don't. Alabama
Georgia
don't.
Tech. Georgia Tech couldn't beat Georgia Tech practice squad.
I ain't got nothing to do with them being sorry right now. They've been on the schedule every year since I think 50 something, since 1950 something.
And
So
they
that
been
means when they
sorry.
won the national championship in 1990, Georgia had to play them that year. When they won the ACC in 2009, Georgia played them that year. Just saying. It's just like Alabama Auburn,
Listen,
except it's
man.
an extra
You
game,
try to,
and Alabama
try
don't
to
have that extra game.
you try to argue that about Georgia's schedule, man. Everybody know, and it ain't
What?
just me. You listen to Joe Clark, all them boys like that. All them, everybody saying the same thing.
Yeah,
Just
they
go
saying that it's an easy schedule because it's Georgia. If
because it is.
Georgia wasn't Georgia, it wouldn't be that easy.
If we had y'all schedule, they'll say the same thing about us. Alabama got one of the easiest schedules in college football. There's no reason why they shouldn't do this or do this or this. They'll say the same thing about us.
Okay, so you're kind of proving my point, bro.
If
The schedule really
State
ain't that easy.
if Ohio State had that schedule, they'll say the same thing.
Ohio State schedule is so much easier.
No,
Ohio State played 2 games that they can lose. Penn State, Michigan. Do you think Penn State can beat them for real? Because I don't.
yeah, you thought the same thing whenever I told you Purdue was gonna beat them that year, and you didn't think Purdue was gonna beat them, and what happened?
I didn't. But it is okay. You kind of helping me prove my point again. Purdue had no business beating Ohio State. Okay. I take it a step further. Missouri had no business in that game with Georgia last year. I bring closer for you. A&M in Texas ain't had no business being that close to Alabama last year. That don't mean the schedule was tougher. They had no business in that game. You allow teams like that to hang around, you allow things to happen. You ain't got no business in the game with them people. None. You're too good for that.
So basically, what you saying is you don't feel like y'all schedule that easy.
What I'm saying is our schedule is
Oh,
not that
hold on.
much easier than everybody else, is all
I
I'm saying.
know you don't feel like y'all got an easy schedule.
Relative to everybody else in the SEC is not that much easier. No.
You can't give me a direct yes or no. Do y'all have an easy schedule?
No.
All right. Okay. Cool then.
Okay, this is why I say that, right?
Name. Give me two teams that make y'all schedule hard.
Ole Miss,
I ain't even
Kentucky,
hard.
Tennessee, Florida, South Carolina, Auburn.
Them teams make y'all schedule hard. What has
If they
any of them
make
done?
hold on, if they make everybody else schedule hard, how they don't make Georgia schedule hard?
Y'all schedule easy, bro. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about y'all play Ball State. Y'all play goddamn on Brunswick
But you
High.
but you
Play,
can't skip them though. You can't act
y'all,
like they don't play them.
y'all play Georgia Tech. Y'all play a bunch of. You feel me?
Matter of fact, hold on, real quick. Since this game we playing, let play these. Doggone it.
I'm just saying, bro.
Hmm. Since you just saying, bruh, bruh. Y'all play Middle Tennessee State.
We
Y'all
play
play
Middle
South
Tennessee,
Florida.
South Florida, and we play Chattanooga. That's it. The rest of them,
Chattanooga.
the rest of them games, we got Texas, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Texas A&M, Arkansas, Tennessee, LSU, Kentucky, and Auburn. Y'all schedule is nowhere near that.
We got 9 Power 5 games. Y'all got 9 Power 5 games. Guess what? Georgia play 9 Power 5 games every year. Alabama don't. Alabama do not. Because Georgia play Georgia Tech every year. Every year. So so next year, like next year's schedule then, it's got Clemson on it to start the season. Georgia
Who
Tech to
y'all,
end the season. That's 10 Power 5 games.
bro? I
Last year's
ain't with.
schedule, hold on.
I'm not.
Last year they
No,
did the same thing. They played Oregon to start. That's 10 Power 5 games. Come on,
I'm
man.
not talking about Power Five. It's okay, so what if it's a Power Five school? If it's trash, that's like West Virginia. You ain't
Bro,
gonna
y'all
brag about.
playing Texas, bro. Texas,
You
bro.
ain't. Texas was ranked.
Texas won 7 games last year.
Texas was ranked when we played them. They was ranked. Now I can't help what happened after that.
Cause they not that good for real.
I can't help what happened after that. Now, okay, so name who y'all play. Who all y'all play? Get off our schedule. Who all y'all play?
Uh,
I, I'm gonna name mine. You put yours up. I'm gonna name who we play again. We play Middle Tennessee. We play Texas, South Florida, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Texas A&M, Arkansas, Tennessee, LSU, Kentucky, Chattanooga, and Auburn.
Georgia play. There you go. All right, UT Martin, Ball State, South Carolina, UAB, Auburn, Kentucky, Vandy, Florida, Missouri, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Georgia Tech.
Exactly.
What are you exactly in about?
Nigga, y'all schedule is cupcake. Y'all play Vandy every year. That's a Power Five school. But when the last time they had a winning record for football?
Y'all play Mississippi State every year. What's your point?
Mississippi State be beating goddamn on Texas A&M, Arkansas, and all them.
So because you got three sorry schools and we got two sorry schools, that make your schedule better.
No, y'all got who you y'all got
Two, Missouri and Vandy.
you said Ball State.
Oh yeah, Ball State, UT Martin, and UAB.
Mm,
Yep, bought like y'all out of conference.
nah,
Why
worse.
not?
Y'all worse.
How? Y'all got Middle Tennessee.
South Florida was ranked too. Last year before when that
Boy,
was four.
stop. Boy, stop it.
South Florida, them Bulls, where
Stop
they
it.
they was
Stop it.
ranked.
You talk about UCF, not USF.
No, I'm talking about them Bulls. The green team. They green and something.
Man, them folks ain't been ranked since 2007. They ain't had no business being ranked then either.
Look it up.
Nah, I'm flexing about that 2007 thing, but they weren't ranked last year.
When it was the year before.
Man, I don't remember the last time they ranked, if we being honest. I don't remember South Florida being good. Yeah, since about 2007, 2008, they was like legit good at that point. But they ain't really been like that since then. I want to say they were ranked like number two or three at one point that season in 2007.
I don't know.
2007 crazy though, man. West Virginia was ranked number two. They lost. UCF, USF lost. Rutgers was ranked high. They lost. That's the year LSU ended up going to the national championship game. Tennessee and Georgia ended up tied in SEC East, both with two losses. Tennessee had a tiebreaker because they beat them in the regular season. LSU
The
went to the
the
LSU
SEC
went to
when the
uh,
last a team out of the SEC besides Georgia won the East.
Florida 2020. Yeah,
Florida
Florida 2020.
Florida won the East in 2020.
Yeah,
Oh
because
yeah,
that's the year they almost beat Alabama in the SEC championship game because both of y'all defenses were trash.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
Because matter of fact, Florida I think was like undefeated until they played LSU the week before the SEC championship game, and they went out there playing around with them people, let them hang around, and then they had to stop to win the game. And the boy threw he threw that boy shoe at the end of the game,
Yeah,
and that 15-yard penalty gave LSU the ball and first down, and they went down and won.
yeah, that's right. That's when they had who that was? Cal Trask,
Yep, Kyle Trask and Kyle Pitts.
Cal Pitts, Kadarius Toney.
Yep. I want to say Damian Pierce was the running back on that squad.
I don't remember.
I want to say it was Damian Pierce and Shamaja P. Ryan, I think.
Yeah, I know P Ryan was.
Pierce was Pierce either left the year before or he left that year. I want to say he left that year 'cause he ain't been in the NFL long. But anyway, man, let's gonna get up off this thing. You feel me? So we can chop it up, start putting some content out tomorrow. You feel me?
Yeah, that'll work.
All right, bro. I'ma holler at you, man. Y'all be easy.
Roll Tide.
Go dog.
I don't talk to him. I don't talk to him. I don't talk to him. I don't talk to them boys that sat on them benches for. I was in the game on 4 inches. Coach put me in the game on 4 inches. Put me in the game on 4 inches. Coach put me in the game